Present.
Can we observe silent prayers for a minute? Amen. And thank you. May all prayers be answered. We want to appeal to everybody present, those inside the bureau and those that are outside. Let's do our utmost to observe and maintain silence at all times. Let's check our mobile phones to make sure it's either switch off or make it on vibrate, so that it will definitely not be stopped during the
What is this?
We want to take this opportunity to welcome all media houses and journalists for answering to our call. Yet, a much awaited press conference. Many here will be very eager to listen to the message that we'll be giving. And I believe you also have a lot of questions you want to throw at us. And we will do our utmost, as always, to make sure we'll do justice to the questions that would come our way. Without wasting time, we want to assure everybody that is here, as we usually do APRC, there will be question and answer session at the end of the press conference. And when we reach there, the rules, as usual, would be made known to each and every one of you here. Once again, thank you for coming. Thank you for answering to our call. And we'll always keep working with the media. That is what we are well known for. And for the audience as well, party members, sympathizers, and those that are following online, we're telling you welcome yet to another APRC press conference. Without too much ado, I would want to hand over to the party leader of the APRC, His Excellency, the Right Honorable Alhaji Fabakary Tombong Jatta.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين. I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting us this opportunity and this day. I want to salute and recognize and applaud the various media houses here in present for taking time to answer to our request. You are most welcome, as our spokesman said. I will also appeal, and I will speak in English, but I will make a summary of my speech in Mandinka, so that not only the English speakers, but our local people will be able to follow and understand. I will take this opportunity, first of all, to thank the APRC National Executive Committee members, from my two deputies to the last person. I thank you for your loyalty, commitment, and sacrifice throughout the last 4 or 5 years. I am more than grateful. We could not have reached where we are today without your efforts. I also want to thank all our APRC structures, from the village, ward, constituency, region, and our structures outside in the diaspora, your committees, and the entire membership. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the National Executive Committee. I want to thank our youths, our women, our Elders Council, headed by Ajaratu Betty Sen, and all APRC elders in this country. Our National Assembly members, our councillors, Women's Bureau councillors, our Yai Compins, members of the APRC Students' Wing, all APRC sympathizers, supporters, and militants. And of course, our various APRC online, radio, and televisions. Our vibrant APRC chat groups. And of course, within us is the Jammeh family of Alhaji Dr. Yaya Abdul Aziz James Junkun Jammeh. They are welcome. We appreciate them. It has been a very challenging and difficult period since the former president, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya Abdul Aziz James Junkun Jammeh, left the shores of this country for Equatorial Guinea. We are all aware that it was meant then to bury the APRC alive. Thank God, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and of course, you, the Gambian militants of the party, we were upright, we were resolute, and prepared to surmount all difficulties to reach where we are today. I thank you very much. We are all aware of that. During those difficult times, we want to thank all those people from within or without, openly or covertly, who were able to give us courage, to sympathize with us, to help us, both material, morally, all of them, wherever they are, we are thankful. We know and we acknowledge it. We are thankful to you all. Despite these challenges, we must recognize that we only achieved what we have achieved because if you remember at the dawn when we started, we said we are an opposition with a difference. We are disciplined, we believe in Allah, and we are hardworking. We respect authority. I've said it several times. We are not the opposition that believe that whatever government does is bad because you want to come to power. We salute you when you do good. We will cry foul when things go around. The same standard principles we hold then are the same principles we hold today. We want to make that very clear. I am aware that we also have amidst us, that was coming in a different thing, I never knew they were here, but we also have our partners, our alliance partners, the NPP National Executive, led Coalition National Executive. Some of them are here. We salute you. We thank you. We will come to that. I never knew you were here, but we will come to those things. So as I said, we all know what we went through. The challenges, the sufferings, the abuses we underwent. But despite that, we were tolerant and disciplined. It is only that Allah guided us to this level. I want to urge all APRC militants, despite the current circumstances, prevailing circumstances, let's continue to abide by those salient qualities of discipline and respect. Despite the pronouncements of His Excellency Yahya Jammeh last Friday at Kanilai, however hot we may be, however challenging it may be, we must recognize and acknowledge that former President Yahya Jammeh had been our president for 22 years. Former President Yahya Jammeh has been the leader of this party for 20 years. We cannot, under any circumstance, forget that. Because we know and we recognize that he had transformed this country unbelievably during those difficult 22 years. His pronouncements of last Friday, I believe and sincerely believe, that was as a result of ill advice and misadvice by people who pretend to love him, but honestly, they are the people who don't love him and the APRC. After all these challenges, despite whatever might have happened, we believe the right thing was for him to call the National Executive Committee to express his reservations or whatever, and no other person, if we are to ensure the continuous understanding within the APRC. Therefore, there has been a lot of speculation, talks, allegations, insults over this period, even well before it. I want all known APRC members to be disciplined, refrain from insults, respect elders, and give your faith to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who shout mostly don't have ideas to battle with. So I want to urge that very much. We as a party, indeed as a democratic party, believe that in any democratic process, there are bound to be dissenting voices and disagreements. For in my last press conference, I gave the press the detailed process we underwent to reach an agreement. During that process, people can express dissenting voices. You can canvass for others to join your camp. All those things are are fundamental and we believe in them, and it is the beauty of democracy. But it has limitations. After all the processes, after all the due process is completed, and decision is finally taken, your right to dissent ends there. You have two options. You either toe the line and accept, or you can leave and do something else. Because after the due process is completed and decision is taken, you will step on other people's right. So for those new to the coalition, immediately when we started the process, there were dissenting voices. We appreciated, we acknowledged, we talked to people, we went around the country, we came back, analysis were done, and then decision was taken. From that day onwards, any other person saying otherwise, be it me or any other person, you have exceeded your rights. And that, for us, is contempt. But we stayed put. We kept quiet. We tried to go to people and explain to them, because it's politics. But it is a known fact, anywhere, in any political dispensation, in any democratic dispensation, even if you go to elections, people have dissenting voices. But immediately results are announced and accepted, that person becomes your president or your member of parliament or whoever he may be. APRC is a party for all Gambians. No political party can be formed and registered in this country without fulfilling the legal requirements in the Electoral Act and the Constitution. Political parties are Gambian parties. In fact, one of the requirements in registering political parties is to make sure you have your registered members from all the regions of this country, not to make it a regional political party, or a tribal political party, or a family political party, or a local CAFO political party. Political parties have set criteria for formation according to the law, and you meet those requirements to be able to register political parties. And the leaders of political parties would hand over the baton from one leader to another. It will continue until to those who, to generations yet unborn. We in the leadership of the party, we like it or not, we will hand over the baton someday. And those people also will hand over the baton. And these are done through democratic processes as per the laws of the political parties. Today, the management and operations of the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, APRC, falls on our soldiers. yes on our soldiers on behalf of the membership of the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction. To this end, the APRC National Executive Committee, after all due processes, has signed an MOU for an alliance with the NPP-led coalition on 2nd September 2021. To this end, we want to send signals and warning to the GANU leadership that it is misleading and illegal for anybody to use the name APRC to be in alliance with any other political party other than the NPP-led coalition. And we want to urge our partner political parties, when I mean partner, I mean all other political parties, that we must all try, despite our desire to be leaders of this country, show examples of exemplary leadership and honesty to the people to the people of our parties and indeed to the entire Gambian populace. We will not hesitate. I will repeat, we will not hesitate to take any legal or any other step necessary to prevent anybody from taking us for granted. To this end, from today I am directing the Secretariat, the Admin 1 and 2, to write to the IEC, the Inspector General of Police, and of course IPC, that is the Inter-Party Committee, to warn all people to desist from using our name and our emblem. Furthermore, we want to urge and inform GANU leadership, and even to those who see themselves as part of GANU, who were former APRC members, whoever they may be, to desist from using APRC color, APRC symbols at their political gatherings. APRC is open. It's a Gambian party. Those who have gone can come back. Those from other political parties can join the APRC. Equally, some members of the APRC may decide to go to other political parties. It should be a battle of ideas and not insults for us. I also want to make something very clear. It's unfortunate that the alliance with NPP, that as I, Fabakary Tombong Jatta, as a Muslim, want to make it abundantly clear that our former president, His Excellency, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya Abdul Aziz James Junkun Jammeh, was aware of this coalition move. I stand and I will swear to the Holy Quran at any level. Two, when it was happening, it was not only me, it was in the presence of Usman Rambo and Yankuba Koli.
Yes, that's true. In my presence.
Three, I have seen somebody here who is very close to him. I don't want to mention the name. He was even sent to me by him on this very issue. Yes, you can agree to something and later disagree. Yeah. But we must acknowledge the fact that it came to our notice. Two, I believe that all the sacrifices we have made and we continue to make is purposely for the Gambia, for our Green Party and its membership, and for him, our former leader, Yahya Jammeh. So I want to say this. I told you earlier, I believe, that's my opinion, that he did what he did last Friday as a result of ill advice and misadvice. That's what I said. But I believe, if we are all honest, if HE wants to talk to any other person other than the national executive, you should advise him to, no, sir, please talk to the national executive. Otherwise, you are equally guilty and being very hypocritical. The next step the National Executive Committee had discussed and agreed that all those people who are in NAM, what you call the No Alliance Movement members, or what? All those people who are aligned to them, and they hold positions within the different structures of the APRC, from the village to the national executive, are hereby relieved of their positions in those executives.
Can you repeat this?
Let me repeat for clarity sake. All those who align themselves with the no to the alliance movement
or rebel,
and they hold executive positions within the various structures of the party, from the village level to the national executive level, village, constituency, sub-ward, ward, constituency, region, and the national executive, or in the youth group, women group, council, elders council, the student league, all those people. If you hold position like you are chairman or you are that, you are relieved from that position. And we are directing all the desk officers and their regional chairpersons to ensure that these people are identified and their places are replaced temporarily before we go into Congress. I hope that's very clear.
Thank you, sir.
We also want to declare that last Thursday, today is Thursday, last Thursday, we had an executive meeting here. We reached an agreement, I think that was the 4th. We reached an agreement 14th rather, we reached an agreement that should be executed latest on Monday. The event has been overtaken. Friday evening, we had this different announcement. But that notwithstanding, what we had agreed, and I will make that pronouncement today, that Honorable Abdul Jaju, our National Youth Mobilizer, has been relieved of his position. Consequently, our youth structure, we have the National Youth Mobilizer, the first Deputy National Youth Mobilizer, and the second Deputy National Youth Mobilizer. That's our structure. Consequently, we have appointed his first Deputy National Youth Mobilizer to act in his position. That's Honorable Pamatar Ndao. And the second Deputy National Youth Mobilizer now acts as the first Deputy National Youth Mobilizer, Councillor Fatou Diallo. In addition, it has been decided that from that Thursday, Honorable Abdul Jaju and Bakari Saibo Sane are no longer members of the National Executive Committee. Consequently, we are aware that former Deputy COP, that is the Chief of Protocol, Deputy to Ajabatur, Mohamed Lamin Jammeh, is named in the new it's not an executive, it's the new committee. To that end, earlier than today, about 3 weeks, a month ago, we were suspicious, and we have evidence that most of the executive committee meetings that are leaked out were done through him. And then we removed him from the executive forum. Since that day, to date, we have not had cause to have accusing each other, people giving out information. Therefore, this is now a decision. Former COP, Mohamed Lamin Jammeh, is also relieved of his position as a member of the National Executive Committee. We will inform you of his replacement in due course. This alliance, that's the alliance APRC and the NPP-led coalition, is done in the best interest of this country. Over the years, up to more recently, there were a lot of allegations, insults, that we were bribed, vehicles, millions of dollars. We were sent money and we chopped it by Yaya Jammeh. A lot of things. You all had it. I thank God I can defend myself. My only weakness is, as a leader, I must be willing for everybody to throw whatever they want on me. I don't mind it. What is clear is my conscience is clear, and what Allah knows, that's the final. But I want to make it very clear, and I challenge anybody that Fabakary Tombong Jatta, you cannot bribe me. I cannot be bribed. I am a Muslim. I have conscience. Even if I were to, it would have been my youthful ages. But just a step to the graveyard, what I have not done as a youth. We have done this in the best interest of the Gambia, the best interest of the APRC, and the entire membership of the APRC. It's a sore way. In fact, it's a sore way. We were the people in government. We were the ones removed. We were the ones bullied. We were the ones alleged against. This alliance is definitely one of the sorest ways to reconcile Gambians and ensure peace and stability in this country. I urge all APRC militants, sympathizers, members, and indeed all well-meaning Gambians to vote for President Adama Barrow as the flag bearer of the alliance, on the 4th of December 2021. Only then can we be assured of a peaceful, stable, and progressive Gambia. I am aware that so many well-meaning Gambians from all folks, all parts of the country, of various categories, are grateful that APRC is in alliance with the NPP-led coalition. We acknowledge, appreciate, and we salute you people. We have in our midst Honorable Edu Gomez. We have sailed together in the APRC since the onset, when he had never been or never thought to hold any position in the party. He's still with us. We thank you for sparing that time. And I must also thank our brother. We know he's a terrific writer. His Excellency Sam Sidin Sir. I want to seize this opportunity to thank the leadership and their members of our coalition partners. I further want to salute and thank His Excellency President Adama Barrow for his leadership qualities, but in particular, his undiluted commitment to reconcile Gambians, to consolidate the peace and stability our country has been known for. We want to assure them that we are more committed to the alliance than ever before. We are resolute and that we are prepared to surmount every difficulty to win victory.
Yeah.
I cannot conclude without a few notes I have taken. Our chairman of URR, Alhaji Bajoko Dukure, with his desk officer, Pa Amadou Suso. We want to salute you and thank you for, with your entire people, the entire people of URR, for your support throughout these difficult times. Alhaji Esanjai, Chairman CRR, with his desk officer, Right Honorable Senim Bai, on behalf of the APRC Executive and membership, we thank you very much for your steadfastness during this difficult journey. Equally, the chairman of NBR, North Bank, Alhaji Omar Drame, with desk officer Councilor Parlamin Jiba, we extend to you our gratitude. LRR chairman, Sitafa Sabali, and his desk officer, Alhaji Suleiman Sise, and the entire membership of the LRR, we want to salute and thank you. West Coast region, we recall our late chairman, Alhaji Solomon Mar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannatul Firdaus. The chairman, Alhaji Karamo Koli, and desk officer, Honorable Alhaji Sankun Jamme, with the entire people of West Coast region, we want to thank you. You've been with us through thick and thin. Kanifi municipality, we have Right Honorable Muhammad Lamin Drame and desk officer Pa Ibrahim Sonko, and the entire membership of KMC. We want to salute you and thank you. Last but not the least, Banjul, our capital. Chairman Sheikh Kam, and of course, the desk officer, Right Honorable Ablai Sen. And the entire people of Banjul, we want to thank you for all your efforts, especially during those difficult days. Our national women mobilizer, Ajaratu Aisatu Jifanga Jaju, and our deputy national women mobilizer, Ajaratu Mberi Sow, and your entire women populace, we want to thank you very much. You are the backbone of the Green Party. Our national youth mobilizer, Honorable Pa Matar Ndau, and your deputy, Councilor Ajaratu Fatou Diallo, and the entire membership of the APRC youth group, we salute you and we thank you. Our National Elders Council, Chairperson Ajaratu Betty Sen, assisted by Palum and the entire membership of the Elders Council. We recognize you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for all your efforts. Our National Students Wing, headed by Fabel Jaju, and your entire membership, we want to thank you very much. Now we go to our brothers in the diaspora. We have the chairman of the USA branch, Alhaji Jibril Fadia, and all APRC militants and sympathizers in the United States of America. We all know Jibril, a very honest gentleman par excellence. United Kingdom, we have Usman Panjak Baji. We want to thank him with an entire membership within the United Kingdom. Usman Panjak is a man of principles. And of course, EU branch, Alhaji Babandin Tal. We salute and thank him with the entire membership of the EU, within the EU. And we want to thank also all our sub-branches anywhere in the world, from Mauritania to Senegal, West Africa, Africa, Europe, Far East, anywhere you may be. We want to thank and salute you. He's here.
He wrote and brought it down.
But we'll find out whether he's around. We are not taking this. I also want to take this opportunity to single out our APRC National Assembly members and our elected councillors. They are our mouthpiece wherever they may be representing us. We salute them, we thank them, and we encourage them to continue the fight. Our APRC security, our APRC protocol, Bator and your team, our finance people, Honorable Senim Bai, our logistic people, Pa Ibrahima and your team, and above all, the nerve center and backbone of the party, our mobilization team. In this circumstance, I want to single out and thank our mobilizer general, former Lord Mayor of Kanifi Municipality, Alhaji Yankuba Kuli, and his deputy, Paseni Baji, otherwise known as Obama Baji. It's not easy, but I know of people who are not here, who are daily calling me on difficult times, sometimes using their resources, their brains, to give advices, to counter things. I may not remember all, but I cannot forget a brother who is no other person than Bala Gaba Jahumpa Action. And I also honestly want to thank Benjamin Roberts, and many others. I salute. I just want to make a summary in Mandinka. Assalamu alaikum mulbe. Mbemi ngamin fo angale kamoto lefta wol demandi mo fula man angale kamoto lefta wol demandi mo fula surwa kamoto. Folo ko ngamo be konton, ngamol min beto fo nge konton ni. Nko tonya na insilo mi ngata kabin 2017 silo le min koleyata diminta baki kato wato la mol lafta mbade lale manfa folo bari mi yatina wo manno wala na kuluo na famajiyo aninga song alama sonko wo kulwon nim famma jio anin ka son ala kerola mo kanat nanga bot min be banandirol la ibe kangol la ibe moltiala alini ala sasidron anu wato kono molbe jele min ya lon ko yamutam fe dolbe maboring ba doliye makoy hakilola dol fengola momo ye mako roke ngo ngeten sekatuma atol mi ya lon ko wakol ya kono natol lem fo ala en futandi bila ngal tentu bake nko mbe ngalon ko arjuma tambila His Excellency Yaya Jammeh ay kumal lef nko wo be ko la tonya bari nganta nga hakilo dum ko ni Yaya Jammeh an to lañim banko mara sanjim wang anim fula ni Yaya Jammeh ak lan to la patio nyaton ko tle sanjim wang anu nyaton ko bu nya fennem nko annatra ka mol nen na kambale nen ko amoke adu kare alinga na kulwota nga hormone ni respecto dia nko ala yindiamo ntefe molle ya yamari ila yamaro man beteya kada lontol ko me yindo ko min bela ntol ning ala tema mbate kan na bankole na patiolem anin tolbe ati dabo ko nko anna tra lafta diamule ne nuwol fana mo molti minute linta na lafta diamule sa fay ko hanide alta inin executive diam bali ni wo manke uto fana mo tilimbalol leti nko ntol sontale ko former president Yaya Jammeh ay kata ko ke nyim banko kanne mi yalon ko ata tutu nola ay ruwa sambana nyim banko kanne ana jawol fongoto tutu nola woto ko dukare kam fa nyaaw nyana nyam hadi badi ngolem beti bora alinga sabarota nga wakilota ngo fanan anna tray kam min fo wolle keta wadan kule bedni Yaya Jammeh tema wallahi asin kumani no kul na badim bunne dron nga kacha nga ba ngo fanan fonga fe yalon ko démocratie beje nin ku boyta mo beta sonna nyola dolu ba fula nying dolu ba fula nying dolu ba fula nying o mu démocratie le no man jawya dol sonta ko man jawya bar ye fonga fenje dandula la bala ni tamita gelo don tiaro nat wo kacha kono istano moli yale ye hakilo yele man ite be damen to tarawoto ñun doom fana ta moli ya momo ye moli ni ye kuma kam foy bar ni wotata keta fa keta funga bang mimbe nganda keta fon tata fo decisional tata ite mali le right danta wolto kuflal tribul yeson mo jama sonta minna wore finti bita damen to itaji bari le right sign ka rebel man bari ko nyimmol min ben nam kabirin to ngadi decision ta on the 2nd of September anita ngebulale iba kan dolong because unko political em ngata do ngadiamu moliye tumando ibe jelal fom futara bitulol nko APRC patiole mi yalon ko Gambian ko le tank kon na constitutional anin political la luwal ya fo nyami nko jaton ko le binale bita nte be bola jele menna mba dila dolle la wol fana be bola jele ibadila dolle la ibadila dolle fa wol ma wulu fulo fa wolem political patriot wolatinna ni be parti o londi la loi min sabatindi because e malla fa ay ke regional party ay ke badin party ay ke si party ni be parti o londi la loi do ko region ibe yimo nankamo bondi la jeel so ay itabe bondi la west coast anin KM ibita regional beleto regional nganta mi sula je pour ay ke Gambia patriote woto APRC mu Gambia patriote ntolu min beje bi mbe bala gele dolu bina ko loya landi nyami nko mbalo la molla ko ka bonan September second lungo min na ngani MOU sign ni NPP ka bo lungo la APRC aning NPP ler coalition ngeda klingolti ningo ngeda klingolti wolemu ntol benga president Adama Barrow soto pour que kato fayay pour ñing katte final in December nga kala boxo kono ay fa pour ay gagner nko mbay tan la ko parti te kering Gambia na manke NPP ti ntol ni mi yembulo di ñola wakang nko ganu la nyato parti nyato nkol mbe dandalala ay day kafo waran kake waran ka save kafo ko APRC nim parti dole be alliance na manke NPP nko mbeletro safela secrétaire mbeletro safela IEC mba safela IGP ani interparty committee ke kala mutan ni ñinna mfananko ganu la patio nyaton kolu anin nan to la molmi yalon koy man song alliance lay koy be coalition lay ning ganu mbe dandala la ko ye fonyo ka APRC la patio la symbole a kola na la symbole ke ila political programs ni yake mbe sangara lay kam bake ani nga fengo fen non bake lale ka mexto ko moten yabla wala nko franco kuma le fota babili mansa ko amang alliance endorse ama kalamut nko nkaltantening ala tema as a Muslim ko babili mansa yaya jamme ya kalamutale isi son fengola kunun biya fo manso mambala wala bal kalamuta bal ya wo tije nko aketa wato minna mobile o min be diamola be loudspeaker le Ousmane Rambo Yankuba Koli ibe sirim betulo bal nko kota joko ngam moje jam anaka kukele awo kinkanni pour ñing alliance ko amari be jam ntato ton kon ning ala tem billahi aya kalamta lafta ngo seniyan nko kabo bila momo yalon ko ibe ñi no alliance mini koy mansom ida beje an ye place o soto na stolto wala ye place o soto aida sateo la place sateo to wala wodo to wala consequence to wala regional to wala national executive ngo kabo bila ibela o place o nga table nko regional chairmanol ni la desk official ya mexto ko nyinko kago mi ngadi ya tamandi ya jibe place o place be mobulu mi yalon ka be nyin konole ya place o bondi ye fede ke yo mo senda no to folo ban lafta ko ni la mammo bay patriote ininte do ko kenola so do ka do ko ke jodangol minna o den to tulebul ko patio mbele be den ni ngala folo bari place o be momo bulu ani da be nyin konole ila place o kabo bila nga tale ani nga directive mindi yake nko wo arami satambila nga executive meeting wo ke janni fenne mi yalon fenne be je mini kambentala nkonna secretariat ko jannintene lungo aliya mekso ko aliyol deda aliya ki maringoli bar ala yake adami salungo arjumo nyindiya moket bari woman bondi ko be minkela mbake kan wala monti nko kabo arjuma lungola arami salungola sorry Honorable Abdou Diadju mi yalon ko atele mun na national youth mobilisation na place au table nko nto la youth structure abenyame we have the national youth mobilizer, we have the first deputy national youth mobilizer and the second deputy national youth mobilizer wokang nko the first deputy minkita pamata ndawti wala be sella at la place au table pamatal no ma mimbe je wolem kansilo Fatou Dialloti wala be sella ay na pamatal la first deputy yala
Sebo Bakar Sebo
mam pe
Abdou Diadju
Abdou Diadju
after that Bakar Sebo
nko nyimbe ko raje Honorable Abdou Diadju ala Bakary Saybo Sané tolbe mu national executive member di bari bawo ko ni tolta keno la nge bonni APRC la national executive ñun ndong wo mu development let Mohamed Lamine Jammeh atele mu na deputy COP wala chief of protocol tele bator noma bar komanto kadi kirin komanto o min tabita wala nga bondi na forum tole executive forum tole because na kiskisi dalu na kulomolu ya inatan so bindiko atele ka kibaro bondi janka samba bantala so ko kana ku kede nga bondi je woni mbitema ndede monana man na ya ka fanyo ko na security o na intelligence o executive man na ka fanyo na kibaro ka fintili bar nataje ko ñim committee o mi ya londi wo arjuma lungola atobe jede anu nga fele ko momo dabe wol bol kono ila place o lu ngebe tala ngebe bondla ngol fo amamme so kam Mohamed Lamine Jammeh nga bondi ala deputy chief of protocol ya lale muta ko danke nga bondi kabo APRC the national executive committee mimba remplace la bo kibaro didal la ñaato ngo momo bay momo ibe namle bang fo ibe dula dolde bay ilafta ibe nafta mo APRC ntol bay ntol labunda ko be yel boni nganta sonna ko APRC is a structured party ole minna la tarambulol le manala luwalem ngo ntol ni NPP la alliance wala nambulo di ñola ngo kele plus Gambia la intereso kan Gambia la tenkumo kan anin Gambia la ñaatuta kan anin tolbe nu njikita ko abatina waliyo mbe Gambian kol tema aba waliyo talala le waran ayaban nko mbafula APRC kol be na militanol mini na sympathizers na members ngolu anim Gambia di mi yalon ko ilafta Gambia la ko ni December 4th carte finala alinga na carte ko so di president Adama Barola mi ya lonko atele mu di flag bearer of the alliance wo pour ñi mun kama pour na banko ci tenk mo soto ani ruwa nko mbe kontante mbe konton droke la na natangol na badingol mini be coalition kono PPP DPDP NCP NRP and of course NPP ani independent be ni la nyaton kol ni la praf dingol be konton baro be kola ngombe president Adama Barrow mba konton na mba tentula mba jayla ala nyaton ko ya gikol mi nga sutiato kan skatuma ala hamo kanyim banko kam moli ke kilingoti mobe kala dimbayati anun ka tenkungon ani yuruwa sabata ndi banko kam nkon tolide nimma fo ala koma bilem bambanda kununti ni alliance oto andum mparatalde kolya be sulo kam payta ka takin kungol nin singol la ka bondi nyato fo lafta minna ngato nakuma labaw wole mu ngamol min tofo yalong ntolu be siri njang molle be nyedulal ku jamal ka ken tubu kaftaji molle ka doku wo molun ko nge tentu nge jayi wala njumati URR bajo ko dukure anala desk officer pa Amadou Sousto anila molu be min beje mini be do ko wala APRC mbe tentulam be jayla kabringa be kolyari ni tollem fobi CRR Alhaji Esa Njailen Kiamanoti ani honorable Sedi Mbaylem desk officer ti inila molu min bebe CRR mbe konton na mbe tentula ila barola NBR Alhaji Omar Drame atelem Kiamanoti an councilor Parliament Jiba atelem desk officer ti inila molu min bebe NBR nge konton nge tentu ila doku nyimala LRR Stafa Sabali atelem Kiamanoti Alhaji Suleiman Sise is the desk officer alnala kafu dingol ni mol min bebe je ngal konto ngal ten West Coast region ngong hakilo e Alhaji Solomarema na Kiamano mi yalon ko ala yasambe be duwala pour ala sa du jannatul firdaus mbe Alhaji Karamo Koli Kiaman ani honorable Alhaji Sanku Jamme desk officer ani West Coast ko be APRC ngal konto ngal tentu abe kolyari natol lem fobi Kalifi municipality Momadou Lamine Drame Kiaman and Pa Ibrahima Sonko desk officer anala KMC kafo molube ngali konto ngal tentu alla kataku wala aninna capital ba Banjul Sheikh Kiaman and honorable Ablay Sen desk officer anim bangunum kolube nge tentu nge jay nambus kafolu na National Women Mobilizer ajaratu Aissatou Jifanga Jaju ana no malanko ajaratu mberi sow andi Gambia musolu be APRC ngal konto ngal ten kala atolle mu APRC ni julo National Youth Mobilizer Pamatar Ndaw and councilor deputy anis deputy councilor Fatou Diallo analla fondinke kafo be ngal konto ngal tentu alla katakuwol National Elders Council chairperson bejang ajaratu Betty Sen ana no malanko ajara Alaji Palum anida kafo molu be Gambia tonkon fotonkon ngal konton yetentu ila katakuwol the National Students Wing mi ya lonko Fabel Jajule ya jatonkaya mbe konton na mbe tentula mbe jayla nko na kafol mbe Angleterre ba tubabdu American na Kiamano beje kafay Jibril Fadia mbe ngalonne gentleman par excellence mba konton na ninna mol min bebe America Angleterre banko kan Usman Panjaglem a very principled man aninna mol min bebe Angleterre kafu dimol min bebe je mbebe konton na mbe tentula EU babandin tallem aninna kafu dimol min bebe je mbebe konton na mbe tentula mbe jayla nko mbe konton dro kere la na mol la nga kato fay minie wala na député olti nga ministre samba député bu ngoto ani na councilor mi yalla nga carte faye ke samba councilor mbe tentula mbe jayle tollen tol nyalti ngin dulato an ngela kata ko kala mutale mbe tentula mbe jayla ila kata ko bela ngonna APRC security yolu bator nala pamatar nala molu protocol bator sise nala molu finance seni mbay nala molu logistics pa Ibrahima Sonko nala molu the bureau pa Amadou Suso aning Mohamed Lamine former councilor Mohamed Lamine baji dara molu bara be kum faraw ñu be minka be jijindi wolem di mobilisation wo kam mbe APRC la national mobilisation general mi yalon ko atlen na former mayoti alhaji yankuba koli mba tentula mba jeyla anala nomalanko obama baji paseni baji mbe konton na mbe tentula mbe jeyla mbena konton do labanna jumalto ibe APRC te APRC be yalon karaj adabalen generalot wolem di APRC national coordinator general field marshal general Bakary Diété Bakso bari mbela flara rank do tala bulle kadu tumando na finka tuwa meno da kamuru kajala kata kom Bakary mbe konton na mbe tentula mbe jayla tonya forole muiti yakata nyim patiwe yakata nyim patiwe ni mbadi ngolum be min fula mobe diamo be siarim bant mo kana mo jawmu jumalte minke kamfan nko annatre ka badenduro sanji jolondan kan alinga sabarota muslimo nin dinanto for Christian or Muslim ibuka nindro ke banendro ibukake ibuka kangola mo kan dalila tebulu mintu modol be keden dum ale dunya fandi mo sifalle ate mo be kala mo kendot bala to dunya be fanan kala mo kurumot sonko APRC nyin ko min be keden ten alama ko la kelan tol be anim banko e kairot nko mol kam min fo pikida na former president Yaya Jammeh nko alingan hakilot ay nyaton ko ya gane nyaton ko ya fengu buñalde annata te wultale kannen fang di ko re nga nyakas ale mil long jongoto wonyante wasalale ndilafta wala fulale mbali kontonna mbali tentula ko mbenga wuli do ko sitale nga Mexico comme December 5th niamo wi gombe jang President Adama Barrow nala alliance monde mbal tentula mbal jeyla. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Right Honorable Alhaji Babakar Jata. I now turn to media houses and journalists. I know most of you, your mouths are watering for question and answer session. But we will give you the opportunity to ask any questions as we usually do. That today we are at the APRC bureau, compared to our previous press conferences where we rented places and time was very, very limited to us. But as the rules always go, identify yourself, which media that you represent, and please ask one question at a time. If the opportunity comes your way again, you'll be able to ask another questions or other questions. I want to appeal. Don't put two questions together, one question at a time. You will have the opportunity to ask other questions as we normally do, and to introduce yourself. I will begin by hands will be raised. Think I have first one at the back. Think this mic can be passed around so that those outside will also be able to hear your questions one at a time. As the gentleman standing.
Thank you very much. My name is Dauda Balde from the Fati Network.
Dauda?
Balde from the Fati Network. From the statement made by Fabakary Monjata, You said you believe Jammeh was misinformed or misadvised. Why do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think so? Misadvice.
No, you can talk without the mic.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, that's my personal belief. And why do I believe that? I believe, honestly, to myself, that no normal person will take a knife and stab yourself. As I said earlier, he was in the picture. He had agreed. He had talked to us. Only for the last moment, for things to turn around this way, I can honestly only attribute it to ill advice. That's my reason.
Thank you very much. Can we have the next question? Okay, you have the mic. All right. Yankuba Jallo Forea.
Sir, sitting here, now you are from... Sir, now I have injuries, I'm protected. Sitting here, like you have alliance with NPP. And now, Mr. Jai used to tell people that there have been a lot of parties that have contacted you. And we would like to know which parties have ever contacted APRC for an alliance before you settle with NPP.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, the process is when parties come and they want to meet the APRC, what we did was we have created committees that parties would discuss with, and then that committee will come to report to us whether there is need for us to go into an alliance or discuss further with that party. Among the parties I know of is this GANU itself. In fact, I have in my office, I think so, a document from GANU leadership, the man who established GANU. He's in the US. He's a Sarahule man. I have a document from him. Dukure. It's with me. I have it with me. So we had our people had discussions with them. We had discussions with GDC. We had discussions with this GDC. We had discussions with ANRD, that's Lamin Boyan's party. So we had discussions with there were people who contacted us and we were not very keen. Pardon? Gap. So what we are saying is, what surprised us is, all these things were happening well before NPP. No newspaper was interested in it. Nobody will talk about it. I have not heard it from any person. But when it came to NPP, it became a crime. No, but I never mentioned to people that we were in alliance with NPP well before. But they were talking about it. The press were picking it. Everybody was talking about it. I never told them that we were in alliance then. So why not these other people? How you got that one? Why? Are you keeping it? And then when it came to NPP, you say, let's blow them up. That is the only reason I'm asking.
Thank you, Honorable. The next question.
The two of them.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. This is Keba Ansumani from the Voice newspaper. Honorable, I would like to know what must have changed because going by the 2018 APRC Congress at Biam, the resolutions one says the Congress elect and adopt the President's Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh as the supreme leader of the APRC until 2026. It went further to say, we also recommend that all executive powers of appointing members of the National Executive Committee to be vested on the President Yahya AJJ Jammeh. So I want to know which powers do you rely on to dismiss some of the members of the non-alliance movement? And to add up,
one by one.
Yeah, just it's a
No, you will continue. You will
it's a
continue.
pregnant question, yeah.
No, but you
So-
continue later.
Very good. It's just a pregnant question. I just completed once. I want to. President Barrow has labeled you as a.
No. That's a different one. Let's clear this one.
Answer this.
And then you will come. We will give you a chance to answer that question. Now, first of all, your statement is incorrect. As illiterate as we may be, and according to the laws of this country, especially the various electoral acts and the constitution of the Gambia, we cannot go and make statements that go contrary to those statements in our Biam rally. So that statement is not correct. Two, Congresses go up to 2 years. Whatever decisions we had taken in Buyam, the decisions at our last Congress decisions override those decisions. Paradise. And when next we have a Congress, and that they decide to say that myself, Bori, we are out of the national executive, are we going to rely on the Paradise decision to say, no, we are not going, we are told at Paradise? We cannot do that. So you cannot bring about that Congress report to affect us after another Congress today. But what I want to make it clear is all what you read is not true. It must be written by people or whatever. I'm not in disagreement. Even our MOU that we signed with Barrow, we saw it in the papers that this is the MOU. Different types. So that statement is not correct. So nothing has changed. Yes, give him the other one to finish the. Please. Sorry.
Let's clarify one or two things. Some people, I just want to clarify this.
Listen now.
I believe all of you present here have heard what the party leader said. We did not dismiss or sack anybody from the party. Let's repeat that and let's make it clear. People who held positions and are now with the No Alliance movement, those positions cannot be left with them. It belongs to the party and it must be handed over to other people so that they can serve the party. We want to make this clear. And secondly, this Congress resolution you are talking about, it's not from the party's Congress, but it is Lamin Tamba who is circulating it. You cannot have a flag bearer up to 2026 when every 2 years you must go to Congress. That's not even logical. Thank you.
No, let him complete. No, I promise. Yeah, I promise. You mentioned something. I told you that.
Yes. I am saying, President Barrow has labeled you as a very loyal personality. Since he first met you in 2017, courtesy of Sidin Jai, do you feel happy now that Usainu Dabo and his UDP are no more part of the Barrow-led government and APRC are also into an alliance with the NPP? Is it prayers answered?
I will collapse today if this question is not raised. My number one answer, I don't listen to audios, and I was not at the meeting in Sukuta because I was briefed. But because of this statement that people were telling me, I listened to that portion of what Barrow said. I want to ask, Barrow said, he said it. He said he was not happy with my statement. So how can you construe, if I tell Barrow, 2017, intending APRC binalang lalikam, would that make him unhappy? Would that make him unhappy?
No.
No, that would not. I said, it's very clear, and that's our principle. I have said it 1,000,000 times, that we are a party on opposition with a difference. that we believe in leadership. Barrow is the president of the Republic of the Gambia. He's our president. That one is clear. And that's what I told him. And I said again, if you do good, we support it. You do bad, we cry foul. I said to him that for me, I will never be UDP until the end of my life. And my last words to him were, you yourself, let's go. UDP will disappoint you on the way. This is what I told you. So people said, I had people, I don't listen to your audios, unfortunately. That's why I don't get disturbed. So people are telling me, iko baro ko kabiri iko molka fole ko kabiri 2017 ye mogej. With all that nga baro mogej. Baro mo yemil lankanjano from that time to now. I remember 2017, that period I was the majority leader. I was the majority leader up to April 2017. You know, people like to find loopholes and holes. We were an opposition. We could have gone, we have number. Politics is about number. And the only way you can gauge our number when we call people. When we have those numbers, we can do anything. But we refrained, we exercised restraint. A lot of things happen to us, unjustified. Hardly do you hear media comments. Very few. If mentioned once, twice, it dies out. I know it was because the concept, the perception of APRC is in their heads. They cannot forgo it. That's what I believe. But we struggled under it. We kept calm. The only time people come for APRC is when they see a dot on a white sheet. So for me, nothing has changed. And you know that I am Mandinka. Yes. I am Mandinka. Yes, my father is Mandinka, my mother is Mandinka. But you know, people like us, we are many. You cannot be schooled and you live on this globe, you call yourself a Muslim. You think in your tribal lines. That's the bane of Africa. And political leaders use it for their own personal interest. No Mandinka leader will come and distribute the wealth of our country to Mandinkas. No the Fula or anybody. Let's look at people who are competent to service us all, and we give them our district.
Next question, Omar Ba. I'll come to you. Can I have Omar at the back? I said Omar. Omar is behind you.
Omar is behind you. I just want to
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Omar, you don't have a question? That's why I said you, because next is not coming to you. I have Abdullah here.
All right, thank you very much.
I'll come to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jah. Omar Ba of the Standard newspaper. Honorable Jatta, the IEC, of course, have cleared their part in terms of, the IEC have cleared their part in terms of their position on who they recognize as the leader of the APRC. Are you not getting this?
Yeah, now go ahead.
Yeah, the IEC have cleared their part on who they recognize as the leader of the party and, of course, which executive is legitimate as far as the IEC is concerned. But what is not clear to many is what does the APRC constitution say about this issue? Who has the power to dismiss or dissolve the executive of the APRC?
Who has the power to dissolve?
The entire executive of the APRC. That's only Congress.
Bring it.
Because like he's trying to say, Pablo said, all executive is poor. If those powers in the constitution, I think that's...
I don't know what warranted this question. Because is it as a result of the Friday pronouncement? Because let's be clear, APRC is a structured party, guided by laws. And any of our laws that go contrary to the supreme laws of the land, those laws will be declared null and void. I am not aware of those laws. But what is clear is APRC, as in our constitution, APRC executive positions are elective by the Congress. Some of them are appointed by the leadership. That is the party leader, first party, second party leader coming down, admin, general secretary coming down. We have our structures. So I don't know what warranted this, because you said IEC has cleared the way. IEC does not decide on their own. We all know what our law says. So whether IEC says it or not, we know we are the legal authority of the party today. So the other thing is, I don't know what you are basing it on. Is it because, that's why I asked, is it because of the Friday pronouncements? Yeah, what we are saying is, the APRC, as per our constitution, the executive is appointed at a Congress, some of them. Others are appointed by the leader, as per our constitution. That's why I want clarity on the issue, so that I'll be able to give you examples. Huh? The Supreme Leader is an honorary title. It has no powers. It's an honorary title. No, it's not even part of our constitution. We recognize that our former party leader and our president, who has been here, we recognize that, and we know that at the time he could not be a leader of the party, and then we want to honor him, we want to respect him, and we gave him the title, the honorary title of Supreme Leader.
Which one?
Next goes to Abdullahi. Welcome.
Well, assalamu alaikum. Well, Mr. Jatta, you made it very clear that you made it very clear that if the breakaway faction continue to use the APRC color and emblem, they will be taken to court. We all know that the December election is fast approaching. Don't you think that taking the matter up with the court has the potential to distract your troops and demobilize them?
Thank you for that question. We said we are going to use disciplinary action or legal action. That's what we said. And we will use any other means to prevent anybody from ridiculing us. Whoever you are, at whatever cost it may cost us, we are a disciplined force. And we don't believe in indiscipline, and then we leave you because we may lose you. No, we don't believe that. So, I'm coming. I think you are. Huh? Yeah, okay. All right. So, for those who have gone to NAM, that is non-alliance, and probably want to align with GANU, I have said in my statement that we have not expelled anybody, we have not removed anybody from the party, and even if you have gone, you are welcome back, but we don't want indiscipline. We don't want indiscipline. We are a disciplined force, and we believe we reached where we are today, against all the odds, because our faith in Allah and our discipline and respect for authority. Most people don't want to talk about us, our good side. More so the press. Some of the press, they don't want even to listen to what APRC is saying. It's only when it is controversial. But we succeeded. We came to this level. So we are urging, from myself downwards, we should all continue to be disciplined. Avoid insults and castigation. Politics is about war. The war is about battle of ideas, not insults. People who insult don't have ideas. So for us, we have no intention to take anybody out or legally or discipline anybody. But if we are forced to, we will do it. For GANU, we are clear, they don't have right to use our party symbol. And anybody going to their gathering, or you are aligning with them, you have a right. But keep away from our symbols.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question goes to Isa. Sambal.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Isa Mbalo from City Limit and Upright Media. The other camp, that's the Yaya Jammeh camp, is saying this current executive is only interested in the government positions. That's why you are not saving. Is only interested in government position. That's why you are not saving. You are not. That's why the other camp, that's the Yaya Jammeh camp, is saying that this current executive is only interested in government positions. That's why you are not safeguarding the interests of the party and its supporters. That's the reason why you are defying Yaya Jammeh, which has never happened in APRC, because you see Yaya Jammeh as a spoiler, someone who wants to spoil your chances here.
Us?
Who wants to spoil our camp? Spoil our chances because
you see, thank God, all those people speaking in the camp, in the no camp, they should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and thank us, otherwise they will not be speaking about APRC today. Where were they when the struggle was difficult? When we were looking for people to give positions. We cannot give positions. Where were they? So we don't listen to them. You know, Mandinkolko, Nengo Kultala, Momo Mindiatekol. We cannot avoid that. But I said to you, and I will continue to say it, whatever you say in my absence, put us together, you will stoop. I will never stoop for anybody. How can you tell us that we are only interested in positions? When we were taking up the mantle, this mantle, none of us expected that we would even be accepted by Gambians. We were hunted down day and night. Everybody ran away from us. Even friends don't want to talk to you. Even family members sometimes. How can you come and tell us, Palazzo Leatin? Let me tell you, if it were Palazzo and Nkodo, then we will not be sitting here. We would have gone a long time. And I will tell you, those very people, if they were in our position, we would have lost the APRC a long time ago. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next question, let me take one at the back.
This one?
I will go one at a time. Somebody's calling.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone present here. I am Mariam Kamara of Hamza Bayo TV. My question goes to Mr. Jatta. Mr. Jatta, you've mentioned that some of the executives are poisonous to the APRC camp and you've ripped them off their position, isn't it? So do you have anything, any plans laid in order to stop them if they fight back? Because we all know that this will cause negative vibration.
This group?
Yeah,
it will cause negative vibration.
The one that we remove from the
when they retaliate.
Yes, when they retaliate.
You know, thank you very much. I think I respect the way you describe them, poisonous. But I don't think I said poisonous.
Never.
But that's your opinion. From what I have said, you have used that they are poisonous. Now, you see, in the game of politics, who had ever thought that President Adama Barrow and lawyer Ousainou Darboe are going to part? Who had ever thought that when Yaya Jammeh was declared non-winner, so many people took their warambas and threw at him? Who had ever thought they would do that? You see, politics is that type. That's why some people say it's dirty. It's not dirty. People are dirty, and dirty people make it dirty. So what I'm saying is, yes, they have a right to whatever retaliation, whatever. I don't know what type of retaliation you mean, whether they are going to fight us or what. But I don't think so. But we are thick-skinned. Mm-hmm. They have said a lot of things. We are definitely fabrications and lies. What they allege that we have been doing, if those were true, let them produce the documents and the courts are here, let them take us there. If we had been bad all our years, we were in the opposition from 97, I am sure the UDP and others were looking for us. They were trying to find every possible way how to get our nose down. But I said, we are clean people. I don't mind, you can use force on me and allege against me, but you will never prove that Fabakary is that bad. I am not a wicked man. To the best of myself, I think I am honest enough. And I am not politically blind. When I was in parliament as majority leader, I held a lot of powers, as the technocrats. But I deal with everybody on the merit, even whether you are opposition or not opposition. They know it. So what I'm saying is, we have done this with clear consent. You cannot be within the executive. We respect that you disagree. We respect it. But after the process, until we concluded, you still want to be a rebel? Where can you find that? No. The due process is complete. Unfortunately, you cannot win many people. So you have lost. So if they retaliate, we will see what is necessary, the next necessary steps to do. But as I said, this party is a disciplined party governed by our regulations. Anybody who thinks you can hold us at ransom, you are making a mistake. We will use the full force of the powers vested in us and our laws to deal with situations as and when they arise. No doubts about that.
Thank you. Babukar is next. Babukar Bahu, right behind you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
I am going to chorus that you don't want to give me the microphone. And I've been raising my hand.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My name is Babukar Bahum, representing the MPP media. Babakary, I want to put these questions to you. What is the position of the party as far as the former president is concerned? Because if you can see, the former president is speaking to this executive, is speaking to the other section. So it's like it's causing a confusion in the party. So what is the position of the party, or what is the position of the party as far as the former president is concerned? This is what I want to know.
Let me just rectify that. Yankuba, we invited, you said any media, anybody who can send the message out, we invited them. Not only to the press, but we extended invitation to them. That's why they're here. Let me clarify that. Yes, go ahead.
You see, despite what might have, I think I stated in my statement, despite what might have happened on that Friday, I said, for me, I think he has been misinformed and misadvised, ill-advised. I said that. But I recognize one thing, and I said it. I said, Yahya Jammeh has been our president for 22 years. Yahya Jammeh has been our party leader for 20 years. Just for those two, he deserves our respect. And we appreciate what he has done in this country. He has transformed this country. Like it or not, agree to it or not, he has impacted positively on every sector of this country. Yes, he's a human being like all of us. He has his shortfalls and shortcomings. But what our position is, you see, as a party, that's why we made this. We made these declarations. We answered the doubts of people, and the steps taken by the executive, we declared it. Subsequent steps will only be necessary depending on what comes in next. But as of now, or even those in the NAM group, we are not removing them from the party. They are members. If they choose to go to GANU or any political party, Falillah walhamdu, we have no qualms, but we are urging them to come back to their Green Party. They can fit nowhere except the Green Party. So the other thing is, things come in by steps. We don't want to predict what they will do or what somebody else will do. But whatever you do, you find the National Executive ready and will use appropriate measures to put things to order.
Thank you, Honorable. I will sway the mic on my right, then Alaji will be next.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jah. I am Parlamin Fati from LSTV1. My question is, after the pronouncement of the former President Yahya Jammeh at his hometown in Kanilai last week, some of the APRC top brass executive members took on audios, went on social media to use abusive languages on the former President Yahya Jammeh. APRC as a party, do you have any plans in cautioning these people to make sure they stop using abusive languages on the former President Yahya Jammeh? Thank you.
I have, thank you very much. I have said, and I think I will repeat it. Under no circumstance, not only even the senior brass, APRC, we have said, you are disciplined and you are pious people, either Christian or Muslim. Let's fear God. Let nobody prompt us or tempt us to use foul language or to make statements that are not distinct. We have said that very clear. We also respect people who have opinions. People have opinions. We only prevail on people to exercise maximum restraint. But I know we are all human. Sometimes some of us may get emotional. But the best of people are those who are able to put down their emotions and allow reason to come to play. So those who have done it, I can assure you they have regretted it. And some of those audios are not audios meant for public consumption. And all of us here, Kumakumaro is part of our social fabric. Sometimes I will sit with Dudu, I will tell him, here, I will say something that if Bori is there, I will not say it. I don't mean evil or anything, but it happens. If that unfortunately goes out, and then the person regretted it, and it's not meant for that, what do you want him to do, or the person to do? The best you can do is to be honest to your conscience. You accept and you regret. That's all we need. But I want to prevail on all of us, including myself. Let's exercise maximum restraint.
Thank you, Honorable. Alaji.
Good evening. Thank you, Do, that at least now you give me the microphone. First, Honorable, of course we know within the APRC constitution, and if you look at the hierarchy of the party, there is no title like an interim leader, a deputy party leader, supreme leader. But of course, we have some of these titles now. First, let's say, making the APRC supporters and militants to believe that Jammeh is the supreme leader, and whilst you are the interim leader and you have a deputy leader, is that the beginning of the fallout? I mean, if that is the beginning of the fallout between your late executive and Jammeh, because you made him a supreme leader legally within the APRC constitution, that title is not there. An interim leader title is not there, but you make the APRC supporters to believe that this title are existing. Is that the beginning of your fallout with Jammeh? Can we say that also that is the beginning of politics of deception to the grassroots level?
How can it be the beginning of the fallout between us and Jammeh?
Well, you will answer to my question. Am I not right?
Pardon?
That's why I asked a question. I will return you the microphone.
Oh, you are not ready?
Give me your answer.
You are not ready?
No. And I also want to know, what are the legal basics?
No. I think we should make it one question after the other. That's what we agreed.
No problem.
Yeah. We will give you the opportunity to come again to clear all your doubts. But let's make it one at a time.
We're happy to have a one-on-one with you.
Okay.
So that at least you can clear numerous questions with me. Because because I spoke to the other side of the camp, and they've levied a lot of allegations on you, and I want to have your response.
Thank you. Those are allegations.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, there is no, you call it a camp. The leadership of any institution is the executive. I think you should know that. And by all standards and all means, from the very beginning of our operations, when we came here to discuss about the alliance, only one person, how do you call it a camp then?
From out of 52.
How do you call it? I don't understand it. Yes, they may have, a camp is, when the executive is gone, or my deputy or two other distinct gone this way, we have two camps. But within the rank and files, you have them in this thing. They cannot be camps. They are rebels or they have gone to join another district. They cannot be camps. There must be division from the hierarchy that can correct camps. Some people can come and align with us, for instance. They may come as APRC, probably they are not APRC. They may be in their thousands. Only for them to come and form a camp like that and rebel against us. You call them camps.
It seems honorable you are deviating.
No, I'm not deviating. I'm explaining to you. Please. No, please. With all due respect, please. If I am ready and your question is not answered, then you tell me which one you want to know. Huh? All right? So, calling them the camps, for me, is not a camp. Two, your idea that the issue of Babili as supreme leader, interim leader, can be the beginning of a crisis. That's what I don't understand. Because making Babili a supreme leader, how can that make Babili otherwise for me to have crisis with us? I don't understand it. I don't understand that juggle. And yes, you may not have these titles, but the party has rights to give titles to people.
Of course.
These are honorary titles. Interim in the party, if you go to the last Congress, that has changed from interim. So, but what we are saying is, those are things internal. I cannot understand how, those are not born of contentions anywhere. Why do we make Yahya Jammeh the supreme leader? Or why is Fabakary either interim or this? That's not the bone of contention. The bone of contention, to my knowledge, according to the little I heard, is that he has not been consulted on the alliance. And now he has taken full ownership and leadership of the party ABCD. That's what I understand. So for me, one, the camp issue, I'm not, I don't call it camps. Two, I don't believe that the issue of supreme leader or interim leader can be the bane of contention or the beginning of the crisis. No, I don't believe so. No, let him, please.
Your question answered?
No, let him. He has another one.
He has, I asked him.
Yes.
Him.
Okay, the mic.
Also, no. And you also said something. You said you want to have something like tete-a-tete.
Yes, because when I speak to the general camp,
he's asking, do you want it?
Yes, I will be more than happy. I will be more than happy.
All right, if you want to have tete-a-tete with me, just walk through him.
Yes.
Okay?
I want to hijack you today to give you a special program tomorrow.
It doesn't
But
work.
anyway, let's go ahead, Honorable. Of course, a lot of people today, when they had the APRCs going ahead with the press conference, they were thinking that the APRC will take step today. I mean, that's your the executive that is led by you, that you're going to expel Jammeh from the party. You know, but instead, you relieved the likes of Abdul, you know, and the like from their positions. But you did not expel them from the party. What is stopping the APRC expelling Jammeh from the party, since he has gave, according to other people, a divisive comment that has now brought a rift between the APRC?
Yeah, thank you very much. Most people believe that we are going to expel Jammeh, and that we are going to expel most of the leaders of the no coalition movement. They have a right to think that way. You see, every institution and every leadership has its own style of disciplinary measures. We are aware that we are in administration, yes, but this is political administration. I have told you in my submissions that immediately we sign the MOU and decision is taken, their right to rebel within the executive ceases from that time. You either resign or you toe the line. But we let them go. We never talk to anybody. We try to go into the people to try to explain, because it's politics. Some people we believe may be misinformed. Some people is calculated. Some people, they have other agenda items. But the thing is, we have the final say. And when the time comes to do those things, we will do it. But we have no intention to expel anybody. They may come from people may think it that way. Even some of us may think it that way. But that is not the decision of the executive. We believe that the statements of Babili that were made, that we know of, we strengthen them, we clear the air on them, and let people be informed. Because it's not always when people go against what we are doing is your enemy. No, how we analyze and see things may be different. So we respect all those. But anything that goes to finally put us down to that is not in the greater interest of the party, we will act when the situation arises for anybody and anywhere. So we have no qualms about that.
Thank you, Honorable. Let me make this clear. I want to give opportunity to every media house and journalist here. I cannot give somebody 3 questions while somebody else doesn't ask a single one. This is why I am identifying those who are yet to ask a question. Give them the opportunity. If it's exhausted, then you can come second round. So I want to send the mic this way to this lady. Then I'll come back. Next.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, my name is Sukei Jajusi. I'm from N24 TV. My question is direct. N24 TV. Yes. My question is directed to Fabakary Tombong Jatta. Why did you deliberately refuse to comment on Jammeh's decision to dissolve the executive? Thank you.
Of the executive.
No, I have not deliberately. And I think I have said it. I have said categorically that me and my executive are in control of the APRC in the Gambia. I think I said that. Yes. And nobody can dissolve us except at a Congress. Yeah. I think that is very clear. You know what some people may want to hear from me or from us is that Jammeh, I mean, for we will not do that. If you want to hear that, you will not hear it. Remember, I told you, we were in government with him as our leader for 22 years. And he was our party leader for 20 years. And not that man kudol yentolnganta kudol tulain. Tonya omo alaltat. But it's a tonya fule imam morning ima bunya balia. So we cherish, I said it here, we cherish what he has done. We appreciate it. And I told you, for me, it's an opinion, it may be wrong. I think it's ill-advised.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. Some people who advised him, they advised him wrongly. Anybody who loves him, loves the APRC, would not advise him to do that.
Thank you very much. The gentleman behind Yankuba.
Thank you very much for giving me the chance. My name is Sirif Conte from GTTV. Last Friday, Jammeh made it very clear that he he did not recognize your alliance with NPP. Today here, Mr. Jatta also made it very clear to those, as you call it, non-alliance movement, that they should not be using the party's colors, things like that. Now, are you also ready to stop using Jammeh's images during your rallies and meetings? Images during your rallies and press conferences? Thank you.
Have you heard that from Jammeh that we don't use his image? No. You heard me. You heard me say that the non-alliance movement and Gano must not use our party symbol and color. That's what I said. I'm not saying let them not use Jammeh's head. I said our party symbol and our party color. Now you ask whether we are going to refrain from using Jammeh's image. I said, has Jammeh told you that we should refrain from using his head? If he has done so, then he has a right to ask us to stop using his image. Can I talk? You can talk.
It is very clear that Jammeh said he is not in alliance. He does not recognize the alliance that you are going for with the NPP. And also Jammeh recognized those who joined the GANU. Now you tell them to stop using the color, the party's color. That's why I asked whether you are also ready to stop using Jammeh's images. It's a question.
No, see, there are two different things. Image belongs to Jammeh. The color, green, and the symbols belongs to the party. Jammeh was leader, he may not be leader tomorrow. I am leader, they may be using my image, and tomorrow I may not be leader. So image belongs to the individual. If Jammeh tells us not to use his image, he has a right, and we should stop using his image. But the color of the party, I said, is a Gambian party belonging to Gambians. The party symbols, where is the party? Those things is the party, APRC. If I leave the APRC, I cannot do anything about that. Succeeding generations will determine what they do with the party, according to due process. So what we are saying is, NPP, GANU, and those people who associate themselves with GANU, APRC legally is in alliance with NPP-led coalition. And we are the only authority who can determine that after consultations with our militants. So what we are saying is very clear. We are very clear. So the green, the symbols, that belongs to the party, not to me. But it belongs to the APRC party. And that should be safeguarded by any authority inside. If I had to leave today and go to another party, that symbol, I should not go with it. It should be protected by the party itself. So it has nothing to do with that.
Who else? Thank you. I have one down here behind five. And I will move it down to that side.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Tatom Ibrahim Sonkoldi. Commonly known as my family. Mojamalum my family. Honorable lafto ñin kala kukil ngala kukil ne mun confusion le manding wala ñinde ko mbaf la man ka ko pour mo ya fam honorable fendole mun confusion le manding lafto pour ya clarify pour mo ya understand wala ñinde ko APRC de mon comme APRC si sato na bele sign ya jembe talo be tar la jël ba ya dumbang o mu raid le ma fo honorable fama ka to mo jala fo la ci fenko natalo betal la jebam fo mbo kilon 6 kilon use la bang lapto ni kal kilon la
APRC natalo mi ya jameso amantana yantolia. It has been the APRC this thing for that period. anu material lem ita am talo to ita be jandi mbala fi kam famle ba APRC la executive na la molle ka determination ke ka jibe ko munebe kala like nimbita t-shirt o print la misal fe sai isa fono ko al t-shirt o print mi alonko na ndani na tu deputy le betaraji isa fono al t-shirt o print mi alonko fa baka ni yaya jamele betaraji isa fono al t-shirt o print ko ni the mechanism, the due process mechanism to determine what comes next. But teachers will be caring. Some individuals may be so annoyed that they may not want to use it. Some people may be so good and proud that they want to use it. But it's not entirely among Tanaya kind. It's fine. I don't come in for Moli. Until manta to the extreme. Yalo ninga atra yaya jame mu modolti mi manke nata modole mi manke yaya jame mbe min kala ni mbe min fulano ni mbe min ke kata kala kilimata because bari ngalo ko dunia koku fonga nyobu nyato anu ngalo ne hadama de ya timotije nkamru ko no kedi la minna tuma non dika kuke min jaw yato woti iko afele sungo do kalipa wonyo wala nyaro no kamin fa lip. So these are all facts of life. Ni ale sutura dong ay sutura yalla tentoal so kamin fo wala mintigo ntolu nga tutele ko yaya jame akata da patiola nyaton ko kele sanji muwang anin fula ngo falien akata da patiola leader sanji muwang ba akata nyawonya na nyama bunyale benate bunya drong bara buya nga falen to nya manke motati wo mu alal tati nim to nya o sita be to nya folale but to nya fo manje ko be bulala molale ba nen na wore ba fenkela wore ba kajabila but the fact no we will say that Dr. Molia will understand.
Thank you, Honorable. It's been long. Let the mic go, but let me send signals. I will take few questions and we'll have to allow him to rest. That's true.
Thank you once again. My question is, now that the APRC has been divided into two groups and you are the leader, as you claim to be, what efforts are you putting in place to ensure unity among all APRC supporters that it has been known for? And are you ready to engage Jammeh, hence you believe that he was misinformed or misadvised, to make sure that you bring him back on the track?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we have splinter groups within the APRC, and for that matter, in most other political parties. Political parties, if you look at the political participation, always you have these ups and downs. We believe as an executive that it's our responsibility to explain to the people, to give them ideas, to give them reasons, to go and meet them and explain. Even those who are in the splinter group. That's our responsibility. And that's all we can do. To go and inform, to give you the information, you balance it off and you make your decision. Whatever decisions you come by, we are fine. But we owe it to them to explain to them. That's why if you look at it over this period, we are having spot meetings. Groups are calling us, they want to hear from us, they want to ask us questions. We've been going. Even that day that he was making this declaration in Kanilai, we were in Buyam. We were in Buyam, a very successful meeting. So that's what we are doing. We are explaining that mantle is with us, that we must explain to the people. Even those people who are criticizing us or insulting, we must explain to them. After we explain to you, then Alhamdulillah. That's what we are doing. Yes, for Babili, Yaya Jammeh, yes, if we have the opportunity, we will talk. This is a political game. People with us today are no longer with us. That's politics. So politics, you go for the opposition. You go for those who don't want. You market your ideas. You give them reasons. The very people who are insulting you, those are the people you want. So we have to bear that. For us, we will be selfless in trying to get anybody into the Green Party. And for that matter, if you are not a member, I want to start with you to come and join us.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
Next one.
Okay, there's one right here. One then I
Greetings to all of you. My name is Edibis Nyafuna from the HK Radio 99.5. My question goes to Honorable Duduja. There was this day I called you and you told me that.
address the question.
Bari.